good, healthy eggs, like real, true free-range eggs, they said that eggs give us actual really good cholesterol.
Yeah.
And there's a whole mess of opinion about cholesterol, but cholesterol, as I understand it, is what our body uses to fight inflammation.
Well, cholesterol is primarily, it does have some anti-inflammatory properties or can, but primarily it's your body's repair substance. I mean, so what that happens is if somebody has a lot of inflammation, they're eating unhealthy food, lots of sugar. Sugar shouldn't stay in the bloodstream that long. That's going to cause inflammation of the arteries. Well, if you have an inflammation area, again, inflammation, think of it as a fire, it's starting to eat away and damage something. What your body does is your liver creates cholesterol to then go and patch up the damage. That's why cholesterol drugs are such a terrible idea. 25% of your brain and nerve system is actually cholesterol. So it causes demyelination of your nerves, increases your likelihood of, I think, dementia, a number of issues, and so major issues. And so, but eggs, if they're pasture-raised, not if they're conventional, but if they're pasture-raised, they're very high in vitamin E, very high in choline, higher in omega-3 fatty acids. They're definitely anti-inflammatory. They definitely can support cholesterol levels. I mean, now you can have too much of a good thing for some people's body types.
Right.
But overall,
if there's not an allergy to eggs, you're okay with that as a high protein.
100%.
Okay,
absolutely.
Yeah. Foods that would support mental clarity. People got to use their brain a lot at work. They're under pressure. What do you like for mental clarity?
Healthy fats and some good protein. I mean, I think that one thing just for people who want to keep a lean body, you don't want to eat a lot of fat and carbs together at the same time. Your body has a hard time with those. It'll sometimes store one, so it'll end up storing one as fat. So when I say you want to get some good fat, you also don't want to do a lot of carbs with the meal when you do it. But generally, healthy fatty acids are the biggest things. Extra virgin olive oil, probably my favorite. Wild salmon is going to be very high on the list. Coconut oil. I think those three in particular, along with walnuts, are probably the absolute best. There's an actual principle in Chinese medicine that says like supports like. If you consume a food that looks like an organ, it actually supports that organ. You cut a carrot open, it looks like your eye. Tomatoes, it's red. Your heart's red. It has 4 chambers like a heart. It's high in lycopene. It's been shown to be good for your heart. So very similar thing, but a coconut looks like a head. Walnut, think about a walnut, it actually literally looks like your brain. And it's an amazing brain food. So I would say, those 4 fats would be great for people to get. And there's some herbs people can take that are really good. Probably the best 2 that people could take are ginkgo biloba and then a mushroom called lion's mane. Very, very good for focus and clarity.
We'll get right back to our conversation. But hey, if you are someone who's chasing your dreams, don't let bad sleep hold you back. Avocado Green Mattress has customizable options based on your sleep style. And they make their mattresses with certified organic materials for clean, breathable comfort that helps you stay cooler and sleep deeper throughout the night so that when you wake up, you're rested and you can show up ready to win the day. Head to avocadogreenmattress.com/Ken for $50 off with the code KEN50. Avocado, dream of better. So much has been written. I think the most popular book on anxiety right now is probably The Anxious Generation.
Oh, yeah. That's a great book.
Great book. I've seen some things recently written that gut health is maybe the source of the anxiety or a salve or heal to that. Your thoughts on the relation or the link between a highly anxious person and their gut?
Yeah, well, it kind of works both ways. I recorded a whole podcast on this. We call it the gut-brain connection.
Yes.
And basically what we see is that this is kind of surprising, even when I learned this quite a few years ago, but 95% of our serotonin, which is sort of our good mood hormone, that's produced in the gut. And so if your gut is off, I mean, it's a major cause of depression. If you have overgrowth of bad bacteria, if you're lacking good bacteria, if your body can't produce enough of the serotonin, doesn't have what it needs, so that's a major problem. I mean, the best way to, and by the way, it also works the same way. A lot of emotional stress can disrupt the gut. There as well. Some of the best things to start to repair the gut are consume foods that are easier to digest. I mentioned I really like soups. I like cooked meat. I like steamed vegetables or cooked vegetables. Fruit tends to do pretty well, especially apples and things like blueberries.
Point of clarification. I think I know the answer, but when you say soups, we're not talking about Campbell's Chunky Soup here.
No, I'm talking about, your classic, your grandma made chicken vegetable soup, beef stew. Now, I will say, you can go to probably Whole Foods and some certain stores, and they might make soups that it's still not as good as home, but it's still good. So there probably is a brand that's not Campbell's that might have some good options there. But yeah, making soups at home and then the other thing I would say is, like, ginger is an amazing herb. I mean, doing ginger tea for people, especially people with cold constitution, that's probably, along with green tea and ginger tea are the two, I believe, most commonly consumed herbs in all of Japan. And we should do what they're doing because they have the best health.